Hey guys, it's Rinsler and welcome back to Ace Attorney. Last time we started investigating our new case, leaving it in Edgeworth's office, but we're not done yet. More investigation to do, so without further ado, let's do further and jump back in. Enjoy. Right, court record, we've got yes, we've managed to get his parking stub. I think that's what's done here. Right, let's move. That's about one police department entrance. February 22nd, police department entrance. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took us almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Oh my lord. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm a very busy man, pal. Gumshoe. Oh shit. Sorry. Controller's having a bit of a freak out. Stop it. Controller, stop it. There we go. Tell us about the case. I'll give you one word. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in his case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa. The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Investigation. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. And let's check out the Blue Badger. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. Looking horrendous is what it is. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The Chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. What can we do? Present. Ah, Goodman's ID. Yes. Can you tell us about Goodman? Detective Gumshoe. What can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work with him together in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remembered. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Talk. Tell me about Bruce Goodman. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Wow. Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. What we're gonna... King of Prosecutors. Let's see what it says about this, because this is the event that was going on between departments. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumours. Do you know anything about this? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a bit too well organised to be a coincidence. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Edgeworth's troubles. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Raymond. But Mr. Edgeworth found innocent. Listen, pal. There have always been rumours about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deal with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumours. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's been whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people will be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumour. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What's his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'll be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal. Let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Hell's on that letter of introduction envelope. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody look at you twice, pal. It's true. We're going to examine this because we want to know... No, not that one. Court record. Want to have a look at the... What is this? Hey, look here. Looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. Damn, that's a low fucking bonus. I think a couple of zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Right. Enough of that. Let's move back to the underground parking lot. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh. Oh, still here? Hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Boyfriends everywhere. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy put in charge of a crime scene. As said, present you with the introduction letter straight away so we don't have to waste any time. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fine letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe you investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look. Where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah. I think you just miswrote it. Wait. Why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective's Gumshoe letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Hopefully in the bin. Right, let's have a chat. Tell us about the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna. Excuse me, sorry, the phone's just went a bit weird. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Thank you very much. That's what I want. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Tell us about yourself, Marshall. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's being kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Right, let's have a look around the crime scene. Ladder. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. The phone. Yeah, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What's she babbling about? Hey! What did you just say? See? You can hear just fine. The phone's broken. It's partition. This water's in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Slide to the left. Let's check that phone out finally. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yes. Right. Let's check it out. Hey, stop taking control. Right, what we're looking at. Got one of those dongles. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Yeah, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series as popular as ever with the kids. Ooh. Button. Ooh. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? Surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know from people. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check this phone out. Let's just hit the redial button. Now, to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self: a defense attorney doesn't think first; he just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's a kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Right, so we've got the phone. Let's check the car. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right, let's see. 6 to 7S, 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that, Goodman. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Right. Goodman! Tell me about Lana. So, there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct. But there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Probably. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will? Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What you're saying, Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. And that's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everybody knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show. For kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Right, guys. Obviously, that's the end of this chapter. We're going to leave that here for today. There seems to be much more going on than what was first thought. This goes quite deep. I'm going to find out, hopefully, well, we've got some evidence. Don't know how helpful it's going to be in tomorrow's trial. Tomorrow's the trial day in the next episode. Or first day of the trial. Find out more information then and hopefully survive the day and get to the bottom of this case. Anyway, hope you're enjoying the case. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. If you have enjoyed it, please like, comment, share, subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, I shall see you all on the flip side. Bye bye.